Last class we discussed about the vascular tissues, xylem and phloem. Today we will continue with the cells of them and their functions. Cells of them and their functions. Xylem is a dead tissue, what we discussed yesterday, as its elements are mostly dead elements. Xylem is made up of tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fiber. Xylem tracheids normally are found in gymnosperms and pteridophytes, lower plants we get them, whereas vessels here tracheae are found in the angiosperms. With them, we have got the xylem parenchyma that I already discussed about, that makes storage of the thing, and fibers provide mechanical support. So as the phloem, sieve tube, since it's an enucleate cell, so it is unable to control itself fully, so an accompaniment is very essential, and that is done by the companion cell. Companion cell is a specially designed parenchymatous cell, and that supports in the conduction of mineral water, that is translocation of the food, that is from the leaf to distant parts of the body, supported by phloem parenchyma and provided support by the phloem fiber in the tissue. Function of xylem. Xylem has two functions. Number one, it helps in ascent of sap. Sap is actually mineral water. And number two, it contributes towards the formation of wood. Little out of the track, this wood has two different kinds. One is the sapwood, other is the heartwood. One must consider for the various furnitures, various doors and windows, the heartwood. It is very strong, high density, and insect resistant, whereas sapwood is low density, weak, and easily eaten by insects. This wood formation is contributed by xylem. As I told you, xylo means wood. Phloem, on the other hand, it translocates glucose solution from the leaf to distant parts of the plant body. And number two, it forms the box. There is a scrap sort of material found on the stem, black small flecks are there. These prevent desiccation, means drying, and also helps in excretion. Plants do not have any excretory system. It is done through the old leaves, branches, barks, etc. So these are the two major things what we see in xylem and phloem. They have got important functions to perform. If I go by the experiment, I have removed a ring from a part of the stem here. This shows the xylem, centrally located xylem through which the water moves up to the leaf, and there the photosynthesis takes place. So, in the next phase, here we see while coming down, phloem is peripherally arranged. So, foot is not allowed to go down as the phloem is removed from here. Thus, translocation is not possible. Now, if phloem is removed, if xylem is removed, I have removed xylem from here. It will be simply showing that no movement upward, but whatever was there previously, that comes down. But the ascent of sap is not possible as xylem is removed. So after some time, what will happen? The plant will droop. Leaves droop. Technical term is wilting, wilt. This seems that the xylem is unable to take the sap upwards. So there will be no water supply to the leaves, they will slowly dry up as continuously the process of transpiration is on. Could I make you understand? Continuously the process of transpiration is on, so water loss is there and not supplied by the xylem as xylem is removed. So this shows xylem and phloem and their importance. Next we come to the processes. Yesterday we discussed about them. I told to write them down. I don't know if you could make it. First is diffusion. The physical process in which the solute molecules move from their higher concentration to their lower concentration till appearance of isotonic conditions. Is called diffusion. The higher concentration zone we call hypertonic. And the lower concentration zone we call hypotonic. Hyper means higher, hypo means lower,